Hello YouTube, back with the next My Little Pony review, and today we're reviewing G1 Throb. She was a character that she didn't play a major role in any of the particular episodes. You usually didn't see her doing a whole lot until you get to the story of Through the Door, which is where all those storybook characters come out, and this is where she goes, "Oh my gosh, I found the person I want to be with for the rest of my life." But she's, as far as I know, she's not the one that's truly noticed. I mean, she does get some notice, but I don't think she gets as much notice as others. I mean, I think she ends up falling for pretty much all the storybook characters on that list. Because they were released because of the door. They found a door that just didn't seem like, it was a door they weren't supposed to open, but they opened it anyway, because of course that's usually one of those things. If you want to know why you can't open it, but usually I think for their sake they didn't have anyone to. They had no reason to, no one to ask. There was nothing, in front of them that said, they couldn't hear anything. So they really had no incentive that said, don't do it. Other than don't do it. But they ended up doing it, and they got everybody back into place. But, I mean, it caused problems later because there were things that they didn't have. That it kind of wrecks the story. Because once you take them out of the story disappears. It's as if it never existed. Which is what Megan, I think, found out the hard way. It was during that story that I think we had Robin Hood and a bunch of other cartoon characters I think we probably recognize nowadays being in movies of Peter Pan. Yeah. At least Robin Hood. I think we remember Robin Hood, but I don't remember which ones Heartthrob was going for. I think she went for all of them. But she proves to be, she didn't find anyone. I mean, when you think of Heartthrob, I think a name like Heartthrob, it fits her personality pretty well, considering that she proves she wants someone to be with, someone like, not just as a friend, but someone to, have a relationship with. And she does get that, but she has to kind of let them go, because they're not meant to be out and about the way they were. And it was Through the Door. That was the segment they were featured in. I think it was two parts. It was definitely multi-part to my recollection, because I don't think you would have gotten them back in there in one go. Might have been even 4 parts, depending on because of the way they were. You go there, you spend some time looking at it, figuring out what it is, and then you build on it. You let them out, kind of let them interact with each other. In the 3rd part, you realize there's a problem, you gotta fix it, but you're not quite able to do that, so the 4th part is when you would probably get that back together. But, she's not a bad character. I mean, if you're into that sort of romance type of storyline, you'll probably like Heartthrob. She's definitely a character that fulfills that, especially in Through the Door, because that's the segment where that appears. We don't see a whole lot of her before then. I mean, she probably has a line or two, but I don't think she really has any romance relationships in there until that point. I mean, if she's into the storybook characters, that's probably what she's into. Obviously, they don't appear before then or since then. So, I mean, maybe there's something in her voice that kind of sort of hints at maybe that's who she is, but she seems to be mostly into the storybook characters. So she's not a bad character. I would definitely give her a shot. Definitely see her personality shine in Through the Door. So that's my review on Heartthrob from the G1 My Little Pony TV series. Thanks for watching.